Greater light. Let's get it started. Hey, I clicked on without the music because Can a Dummy is here first thing before I even start the live. That means nobody's going to come over. Is that what it means, Can a Dummy? Well, what I'm doing is starting early enough to give you a moment to leave because I'm going to play the artificial intelligence assisted song. And I know that it sounds creepy to you. So to protect your ears, you could go ahead and just step away as I play the intro. Greater light. Before I play this intro, my mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind, even in my dreams. In perfect sequence, I'm always reflecting divine wisdom, right knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because I know that God will, and he has always supplied the perfect solution to every single one of my needs, and he'll do the same for you. Let's get this party started, right? I want this party started quickly, right? Come on, say that you will. I do the best to fulfill. I don't want to lose your love. I don't want to lose it. Here we go.
Self was being created to a true knowledge according to the image of the one who created it. The people who walk in darkness will see a great light. Those who live in a dark land, the light will shine on them. God's promise, 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 promise. God's promise, 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 promise. God's mind is my mind is light. I'm in always reflecting his light. Always I acknowledge, no knowledge, no courage. Ooh, God, you promised that great day will come. Yes, God, you promised that I will see my son. You promised that he is by your side, and nothing can separate this love inside. No masters, no doctors can prescribe ways in my calling. Only his ways, oh ancient if days can correct. He reflects the path I acknowledge. God's promise, 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 promise. 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 Put on a new self who is being created to a true knowledge according to the image of the one who created it. The people who walk in darkness will see a great light. Those who live in a dark land, the light will shine on. Promise, 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 promise. God's promise, 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 promise. God's mind is my mind, my mind is light. I am in always reflecting his light. I am in always reflecting his sight. In always I acknowledge.
Well, days of the week.
No college. Ooh, God, you promised that great day will come. Yes, God, you promised that I will see my son. You promised that he is by your side. And nothing. Put on a new self who is being created to a true knowledge according to the image of the one who created it. The people who walk in darkness will see a great light. those who live in the dark land. The light will shine on. Promise, 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 promise. God's promise, 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 promise. God's mind is my mind is light. I am in all ways reflecting His might. I am in all ways reflecting His sight. In all ways I acknowledge, no.
All right on the intro. Ooh, you promised that this great day will come. Listen, God controls even the waves. God is going to disrupt every single wave that they send out. You know, I don't never really go over there to Job. And you know, my favorite chapter of the month is Matthew 24 about the last signal, right? But in my dreams, I woke up, I went straight and started taking notes about the waves. I woke up, I started taking notes about the waves. It took me a minute to go to sleep last. I kept going, I was in and out. Last night. Now, you know what's happening with my dreams right now? My dreams are actually taking me to places in space and time that happened to me in my flesh. So my dream took me back, and I told the story about this dance before when I was in Naranja, when I grew up in Naranja, where I remember my first birthday party. You know, I remember things like, I remember a lot about that area. Naranja. And the dream took me to that cafeteria at Naranja Elementary. And the DJ, it was some radio station back then. This morning, I tried to look up which radio stations covered that area of down south Miami back then. But a lot of things I tried to capture and recapture from me going into that dream in my dreams last night. And out of all the children, the DJ pointed me out, right? Now, this is why I feel like I was taken back to that dream. Because when I was in Federal Register the other day, I asked a question. I said, well, what's going on with Rolls Royce? What's going on with Rolls Royce? But I asked the question and I went on with everything else that was in Federal Register. Because whatever they had going on with Rolls Royce at that time, it wasn't important enough for me to try to dig into it because I was focused on something else. So in my dream last night, my dream took me to the age I was between 5 years old and 6 years old. I hadn't made it to 6 yet. I know I hadn't made it to 6 yet. And when the DJ pointed me out, he gave me a record. It was my first record. On one side had Peaches and Herb Reunited, and the other side had Rolls Royce, a Rolls Royce song. So I remember standing there when he was like, you, out of the crowd of these little children at Naranja Elementary. Again, I found something else when I was looking this morning. I found Nova University had something to do with Naranja Elementary through the Department of Education. I found that out as I was looking to about 1978 in Naranja Elementary when I was there. I couldn't find any other. I couldn't, I used to type up stuff and you'll see the little pictures and all that. I didn't see any of that. I couldn't find any of that, but I was taken to this point where Nova University and their research and development was over. Naranja Elementary was one of the schools under their structure. I found that out. I still haven't deciphered what that has to do with Rolls Royce, but I'm gonna move on. I'm just doing testimony service right now. So again, when I woke up out of the dream, because also it was something about the waves that was coming out of the speakers in my dream. So this happened to me in reality. It's supposed to be reality. And then I dreamt about it. Here it is, 45 years later. 45 years later, I have a dream that takes me back to that first moment where the waves was coming out of the speaker. So again, when I woke up out of that dream, I start talking about waves with artificial intelligence, and I'm going to take y'all there. I'm going to take you there, but not right now. Not just yet. Right now, I want to talk about Taylor Swift. I tell you, I'm not exaggerating. Even my granddaughter, when she said it, she said, well, you listen to it, because anytime she'll play Taylor Swift, I'll be like, turn that off. It's just something about, I don't know any Taylor Swift songs. I promise you, I'm not exaggerating. Anytime I hear a little tune of her voice, as a matter of fact, when I was out there singing for the so-called holy days, somebody asked me something about Taylor Swift to sing the version of a song. I said, look, I don't know any Taylor Swift songs. I'm sorry. And they was looking at me like, you're crazy. What's wrong with you? Are you evil or something? But this song kept coming through my algorithm yesterday. I said, I cleared my whole algorithm so I don't get stuff coming that, So I said, you know what? Let me listen to whatever this is. Now, before I get to the song, I heard Broderick over there talking about Tesla, right? And the little wave thing that he created can cause earthquakes. It's not the physical machines that cause the earthquakes. It's the energy that they harness from you that causes the earthquakes. Just like with Taylor Swift, they keep saying every time she has whatever waves and frequency come from her causes the crowds to cause an earthquake. So in this video, I'm not going to play the video because they're not going to shut down my stuff. Y'all could go look it up for yourself. I'm not playing the video. I'm going to go over the words. Because I literally listened to the song in its entirety, which that's the first time in my history that I've listened to a whole entire Taylor Swift song. because there was a particular reason to hear their war cries and their pleas to their demons. In that video, she reveals her face. Fortnite, go look it up. She reveals her innocent, pure face. That ain't no by no chance. That ain't to get ratings and views. She revealed the team she's on. That's why when the lady said, well, you know, the version of Taylor Swift's Christ song, I was like, I don't know Taylor Swift version, but I'll sing you my version. Huh? I knew there was a reason. I knew it. There ain't no, don't you dare use that ism racism type word with me, huh? Anybody who know me, how much I love music, give me Paula Cole over Taylor Swift any day. You could give me Alanis Morissette over Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is another person whose songs I don't know. I swear, I'm not making it up. Cardi B is another person I don't know none of her songs. Head lady in charge of the demonic forces, Taylor Swift. And that Fortnite songs reveal it. Let me go over the words. Who's here with me besides Canna Dummy? Canna Dummy, you still here? You came back after I played the creep. Taylor Swift should be creeping you out. Huh? That should creep you out right there. Huh? Here we go. Listen to these words. I'm going to read the words to the song Fortnite. And when I tell you that ain't for no movie, huh? Taylor Swift. She tired of hearing me over here saying love. Her and Post Malone, they want to kill what love stands for. Huh? They got UPS in here. Huh? They talking about USPS. Listen. I was supposed to be sent away, but they forgot to come and get me. I was a functioning alcoholic till nobody noticed my new aesthetic. All of this to say, I hope you're okay. Y'all know what okay, it's okay. You know, okay is a whole ritual. But you're the reason, and no one here's to blame. Now, they have here's written down as here is, but I know that it's here to blame. But what about your quiet treason? Who is committing treason? Who is she snitching on, huh? And for a fortnight, now they haven't spelled like the fort and let's go to the sleep night, but we know they're talking about all the forts, post-war, Swift Wars, Star-Spangled Wars, and everything else. We were forever. And for a fortnight there, we were forever. Run into you sometimes, ask about the weather. Huh? Now you're in my backyard, huh? And what's his name? That also causes earthquakes. And he did that backyard song. Oh my goodness. I can't think his name right now. Hold up. But when he go to the side he's supposed to be on, see you on the other side. Huh? Turn into good neighbors. Your wife waters flowers. I want to kill her. See there? She's not talking about some married woman. She's not talking about a married man. The Florida stars. Huh? She wants to kill anybody giving life to the flowers. She's saying it clear as day. She ain't even stuttering in the song, huh? All my mornings are Mondays, right? See, the moon days. Stuck in the endless February. See, these are, you see how she's going into the months and days made by man, but in honor to demonic forces. A moon day. As a matter of fact, I'm willing to believe she was in the studio raising this song during the eclipse. Just another manic Monday, huh? Just another manic Monday, huh, Taylor? All my mornings are moon days stuck in an endless February. It took a miracle move on drug. The effects were temporary. And I love you. It's ruining my life. She's not saying I love you because I love you, it's ruining my life. She's saying because love won't die, it's ruining her life. I touched you only for a fortnight. I touched you, but I touched you. Who booty she touched, huh? She say I love you only for a fortnight. I touched you, but I touched you. Come on now. And here, the chorus. And for a fortnight there we were forever. Run into you sometimes, ask about the weather. Now you're in my backyard. Turn into good neighbors. Huh? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Love your neighbors. See, right there, she say you turned into a good neighbor, you getting saved, but I don't want you to be saved. Your wife watering the flowers of the golden Floridana as stars is wrong, and I want to kill her. And for a fortnight there we were together. Run into you sometimes. Comment on my sweater. Come on now. She's not talking to a married man. Now you're at my mailbox. Turn into good neighbors. My husband is cheating. I want to kill him. Huh? Because they're going to go back on their words, huh? You can have all that hate and raise it up and have women crying about this song right now. That's what's going to happen. All these women cheating on their husbands and stuff. She going to get another award before Jesus comes. Before the kingdom comes, she going to get the highest praise and awards, huh? For that one right there. When they don't even realize she ain't talking, she ain't talking on no flesh level. You don't believe me? You don't believe this is a direct attack against the cornerstone and black tops and pyramids underwaters with crystal balls and the kingdom coming, and this was her plea that she probably was again in the studio raising up during the eclipse. No? Okay, let me finish. Let me finish the words. Let me finish the words. I love you is ruining my life. I love you, it's ruining my life. I touch you only for a fortnight. I touched you, it's ruining my life for a fortnight. Now here's where the key is. The outro. The outro says, thought of calling you, but you won't pick up. Neither, it doesn't say neither, not her. It says not her. It does say not her. It's written as not her, but we're going to go over who the knobs are. Neither fortnight lost in America. Move to Florida. Buy the car you want. But it won't start up till you touch me. Thought of calling you, but you won't pick up. Neither fortnight lost in America. Move to Florida. Buy the car you want, but it won't start up till you touch you. Who she thinks she talking to? Who you threatening, Taylor Swift? She said, oh, it's time to take off the mask. Go to the video. Soon as the first part of the video right there tells it all. And then she gonna pretend like she Madonna. Whoever that being is that Madonna portrayed in that video where she's typing and she retelling the story. Whoever that being is the same being that traveled back and forth through time that is sitting behind that what's her name? Taylor Swift is sitting there portraying as she types the I love you. I can't stand the I love you. It's keeping me, I'm tired of the I love you. I am ready. She is ready for her demon daddy to be risen. She ready. She ready. She ready. Now y'all gonna go ahead and keep singing her Christmas songs. Tesla didn't have no power. He knew how to harness the power and the current that comes from you and your love and light. Through the waves. Through the waves. But don't you know, even God controls the waves. He'll let man continue doing what they think they big and bad enough to do, huh? But he's going to keep his promise. I don't know if he's going to do it for you, but he's going to do it for me. Huh? Oh, you say it can't duplicate your voice? No. It can attempt to. It can attempt to. That's what they say. It can attempt to. I think it can definitely do a harmonic. According to my mother, it can duplicate a voice. I think I would be able to distinguish whether it's duplicating a voice or not. But they say that it's doing it. Huh? Are you clear and sober to be able to recognize a duplicated voice? You know, some of us have the eyes that we can look. I can look and see, oh, artificial intelligence created that right there. That's like you working in let's say you're in an office and you work with a bunch of people. You're all working under the same blueprint, under the same plan. And each one of you are artificially designed to follow the plan to help the company. And some get it to the point where they duplicate the process that was passed down through the company to be able to move to the top, to the point where they represent the company. When you see that person, you see the company. Now you have a bunch of people that know. They're like, look, well, I know that voice right there represents that voice right there, even though it's not the same, but they can recognize it because they work with it. I don't know. Let me get to the scripture. That was just testimony service. I don't know who Taylor Swift thinks she is. Oh, it's scary. Now that should creep you out. That should creep you out. Go right now and watch her wipe off her mask. She said, I'm taking off the makeup and I'm going to show y'all who I really am. And I don't mess with married men. But my daddy, the devil, he ain't listening to me. I'm tired. I'm tired of the Floridana ass stars. And Post Malone told me we could go and we could get a new car. No, you can't get a new car. This is the last time. And no, Fortnite will not win. Y'all will lose this time. The way you hear the tone, it says sound like he's saying Fortnite never lost. Huh? Oh, you losing this one. This is the last time. Huh? This may be the last time where the world, there will be no more evil. Now, do you have the opportunity to get a new face, Taylor, if you repent? I'm going to the belly to read today. I'm going to Job. But here, while I start on Job, if you want to, you can go and look up brain waves. Huh? And again, when I woke up out of the dream, I put it in note form for artificial intelligence. I said, which brain wave manifests the law of attraction? And I got a couple of answers broken down. And then I asked, which brain wave does AI use to read human beings' eye patterns? And it explained some stuff about the MRI and all that. I was like, okay, all right. And then I made a statement. The electrical system produced by human's brain are measured by wavelengths. Which electrical brain wave pattern will artificial intelligence sync in order to read the human mind? Mind you, what's his name already done experimented on that, right? Pretending that he's sticking wires and chips in people's brains. But it's just a placebo effect. And the people are actually believing that they're doing it, and they're doing it on their own. The power of belief. To remind, see, they're not going to tell you, you were always able to do that. But they put in so much chemicals and different blockers against your light. There's a reason why Tesla only ate high mercury foods and seafoods and things like that. There was a reason for it. It wasn't just about what he was able to harness. It was particular things about the water and the sea and sea levels. Once he sat around the people and got all their information, they came to Miami. They came to Miami to harness steal and go through information research and development. They went to the seaports to study the people to get the information that they needed. Say, we're going to keep you sleeping while we harness all of the information that we can about who you are. You don't know who you are. We're going to tell you who you are. We're going to tell you. Then I asked, hold up, what's another question I asked before I go read in Job? No, that was a statement I made, and then I went back to sleep. I said, okay, it's 4:00 in the morning, whatever time. It was around right before 4, and I went back to sleep. And if I show you what my phone is doing, it keep going back and keep going. It won't let me scroll down without going back up to that question. They got the question in big bold letters, so I guess they sending information through the system to say, look what she's asking us. Now, this isn't something brand new about waves and wavelengths and stuff like that. They've been studying it. Let me tell you, let me show you how long I've been reading about wavelengths and studying wave patterns and stuff and frequencies and all that. Hold up. I showed this paper before, but you go over and type in and ask, what's his name, when he put this in his, how long ago it was when he put this in his downloadable for those who was signed on to him, downloaded it, secret energy. How long ago soon as he dropped it, I downloaded it. And so you go find out how long I've been studying about my wavelengths and frequencies and stuff. Look. Wait, let me pull it back. Can you see it? This ain't no play. This ain't no play. Look, can you see it? Somebody go ask, how long ago did he have this? See this? The week he dropped it is the week I downloaded it. I got all kind of old coffee stains and stuff on this paper. So what I'm saying is the information that I'm covering right now is not brand new. It's just that it's coming to a close. And I've learned how to apply it. And they know it. Let me show it one more time. Look at the name on there. He said, I'm the dean. I am the dean. Wait a minute. How long ago is this? All the different schools that I'd have been in to get me to this point. My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. Who you think you talking to, Taylor? You gotta sit your little tail down somewhere and repent. Get off your knees. Get off your knees and repent. Whore Babylon. I said it, They'll come for me faster and try to take me out faster for what I just said about Taylor Swift than anything I ever said about Balik Biden them. So I'm gonna go over waves, the wavelength. You ain't nobody got over there yet? Hey, Broadwick, you close? Go over there and ask him, hey, when did you drop that? How long ago that was? Look at, I try to take care of it, but look how pull up at the end. I got pieces and parts of this where my granddaughter had to drew on and colored and all. Numbers, the Messiah. Look, I got the shredder right here. Not because I'm gonna shred some of these things up. All these master teachers. Wait a minute. How long ago? When this first dropped, the 1401. How long ago? How long ago? Wait a minute. Look, I even downloaded games where they pretend like the date is a long time from now, but they knew the date for the Civil War coming up. Look. Anybody know anything about that game right there? Huh? This right here is more up to date than the Art of War. I got the shredder here, but I'm not shredding up this stuff. It's not like I don't need it. And I'm just tired of seeing all this accumulated paperwork. All this, it don't mean nothing. I mean, it do, but it don't. It don't. I don't know. Let me get to the scripture. All right. So Job asked God a question, and God answered him through the wind. Why are you using your ignorance to deny my providence? Where's a providence? They got many providences all over how many? Let me ask Bing, how many providences are in the United States? How many providences? Let me see if she could give me a good number. Let's see. Ooh. I got to go back over something with Taylor Swift before I go on to the next. She says, I wish my phone would stop doing this. It keep taking me back to the wave. It want me to stay on the wave, y'all. AI keep taking me to a particular point in the question. No matter how I scroll through this phone and put new questions, it keep going back, and it got it in big bold letters. I'm going to get there. Don't be rushing me. You don't run nothing here either. Now, see? It's right here. It keeps taking me back to the synchronization mentioned in some studies refers to coordination between different brain regions during learning is subject to neuroscience research, not directly related to AI's interaction with brain waves. Yeah, whatever. It's doing. I swear I'm not exaggerating. Will not let me go for it. Stop it. It says the United States does not have providences, but it does have 50 states. Additionally, the U.S. includes a federal district, which is Washington, D.C., and 5 major territories. These territories are not states, but they are part of the country's sovereign jurisdiction. Okay, so oh man, I spelled it wrong. So I said, what is a providence? Divine guidance or care. Often capitalized, it refers to divine guidance. Oh goodness, and it took me back up. Look, I guess artificial intelligence is trying to run something right now and wants me to stay on its algorithm. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm talking about it's doing all kind of crazy things. Let me go back up here on the north. I got to go on the north side before I get to this chapter. I'm all over the place. Okay, here in the last verse where Taylor Swift says, well, Post Malone, whichever one of them say it, "Nother fortnight lost in America." I asked, what is a nother, or who are the nothers, right? And she didn't give me, she said, no, that must be a typo, nothers. And but then she goes into maternal figures. So she says it must be a typo, but if you're referring to notable mothers of mythology, here are some. Oh God, why my phone won't stop doing it? And she takes me to the Olympian gods, the mother called Rhea, and Gaia, the primordial earth goddess. And then I said, okay, well then what is the etymology of Noth? And of course, she gives me the symbol of the North Star, east and west, where you have the north, the south, the east, the west, the northeast, the very northeast, and the east, east northeast, and the east southeast, and the southeast, and the southeast, and the southwest, and the southwest, so she gives me that symbol. And then she says the word north is interesting etymology, but I didn't ask about north. I asked about north, but that's what she gives me. North and north is the same thing. So she says the Old English term north in Old English was noro, used in compounds for northern or lying to the north. Noro, the north words, or the north or the north, in the north, or the Nertha. Then in the Proto-Germanic Nertha is also relevant to Nav or Ner, which means left or below. And the association arises because when one faces the rising sun, the north is to the left. When one faces the rising sun, the north is to the left. Sanskrit, it means hell. Nath means hell in Sanskrit. Nath, which is translated to Naraka, means hell. Greek, it is neretos, deeper or lower down. So Nath means deeper or lower down, from beneath. In Oscan Umbarian, it means near track, or the ner track, which means left. Old Irish, it means tuwath, left or northern. In Arabic, shamal means left hand or north. So the Nath the Na, she gives me the Sanskrit family of the Nas, the Greek family of the Nas. This is who Taylor Swift is representing. Her and Post Malone. This is who they're crying out to. Their ancestors or their ancestral line or whoever it is that they worship in their tones and frequencies. They're calling to the Sanskrits or the Narakas, the Neretos, the Nurtraks, the Tuats, and the Shamals. It also says here in Romance language, in the Romans, interestingly, the unusual word for not, the Romance language such as French, Italian, and Spanish, ultimately comes from English. And remember, English is not a language, it's a people. So then it says Old French borrowed. It is Nord in Italian and Norte, going into the symbol of the North. So that's that. I had to go back to that. I didn't want to leave without finishing what I researched. I guess artificial intelligence did say it was going to help remind me. Now, let me go ahead and read. Why are you using your ignorance to deny my providence? Providence is often capitalized and refers to the guidance and care provided by God or nature over the creatures of earth. It can also specifically refer to God conceived as the power sustaining and guiding human destiny. Mm-mm. It could denote the quality or state of being provident, which relates to prudence, foresight, and careful management of resources, frugal and thrift. She had the providence to lay in supplies before the storm hit. Providence can refer to a city in the northern Rhode Island, which is the state capital and the port in the head of Providence River, a northern arm of Narragansett Bay. The Nara. Did I start off talking about the dream at Naranja Elementary? Now, I asked her earlier, were there any providences in the United States? And she said no. But then she says, well, Providence can also refer to a city in northern Rhode Island. That ain't nothing there being Rhode Island, that it is the roads. All roads lead to somewhere. But it's this part right here, which is the state capital and port at the head of Providence River, a northern arm of Narragansett Bay. Oh my goodness, you know I gotta research about some Narragansett Bay. Come on, I'm getting closer. God is gonna keep his promise, huh? I'm getting closer. Naranga. I know it. And you know, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you how I think that Naranga got activated in me yesterday. And it came through to my dreams and took me back to Naranja Elementary. When Red Squid X mentioned the Navajos. And then I was saying in my mind, I was like, the Navajos, but the root of the word of the Navajos is the nav. Huh? And then I started thinking about the navel oranges and the navels and the nab, huh? Because you know the V is a B in Spanish, or the you don't say Navajo, you say Nab, right? And then I was doing all the Nab, nod, and how I said you take the S out of NASA, and how NASA is the Antichrist. So I was doing all that during the time he mentioned the Navajos, even though he could have been saying, "Who's a Navajo?" I'm just saying. I'm telling you how my mind works, Canna Dummy, when I'm listening to stuff. And I think that may have triggered the activation of my dream realm, my REM going back in time and putting me at that place in my dream, in my childhood. Because I asked that question about Rolls Royce yesterday. Now, let me go ahead. I'm never going to get finished with Job and what God had to tell him out of the winds and the waves. He controls the waves, huh? As he allows man to think and continue to say, yep, let them go ahead. You don't worry, honey. I'm going to keep my promise. Why are you using your ignorance to deny my providence? Now get ready to fight, huh? Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war. For I am going to demand some answers from you, and you must reply. This is what God said. This is what God said. Why they don't put when God says something in a nice color in the Bible? Just the way they got Jesus in red, I'm gonna do a rewrite and put when God says something. Would that be the whole word? Everything in? I don't know. I gotta think about that one. Do I have time for all that? I only 5 months. We got 5 months of protection. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? He asked that question. Can I answer the question? I can answer that question where I was. I was with him. He said he thought about me before the foundations, and I was with him before my mama's womb. Tell me if you know so much, huh? Where was you when I created the foundations of the earth? How many of you can answer that question and feel confident in your answer? Do you know how its dimensions were determined and who did the surveying? Man. Man. God ain't had nothing to do with that, man. This God asking me. He asked me the questions, I'm giving the answers. This is my answers. What supports its foundation and who laid its cornerstone? Who laid the cornerstone? Me. I'm the cornerstone. You could be a cornerstone, but I know that I'm a cornerstone. And a rejected cornerstone at that. Huh? And the flesh, this flesh is a blueprint. You know how I know? What supports the foundation that man made? Look, it says here, man made some dimensions and determined the dimensions. How did they make that? They made it based on this blueprint. That was strategically woven in a womb, that when my light form hit the womb, huh? they would have to study and break down the blueprint. And how do I know the answer to that? That what I'm saying is true? Because Christ said, I'm a blueprint. Huh? And I came to show you who you are and remind you who you are. When you figure it out, that you're a direct reflection of the Most High. They know, the demons know. They've been trying to kill you from before your mother's womb. It was already written. This is not just unique to me. It's you too. So I'm answering God's questions that Job probably didn't answer, because it don't even say here that he gave an answer. So God laid the cornerstone. Look, and as the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy. Who decreed the boundaries of the seas when they gushed from the depths? Now we getting into the waters. Because remember, Christ showed an example. He said, I'm on the boat and I'm going to tell you, based on the genetics, and you'll do greater than me. But based on the genetics, I'm telling you what we could do. And now they done built frequencies over with hatred and everything else. Huh? To blind you and take that away from you. They're going to make you think they can put a chip in the mind and a man can connect to a computer and make things move just because they put it. No, you was already ready to do. You was able to do that. You was so powerful that I'm going to remind you that I could say to the waters, be still. And the waters will be still. I could say to the waves, shut down, and they'll shut down. But they'll tell you that some man came and he can make the earthquake with a piece of metal that's a blueprint of who you are. Okay, yeah, no, that's what I'm reading. That's what I'm reading. It say, who decreed the boundaries of the seas when they gush from the depths? Who clothed them with clouds and thick darkness and bared them by limiting their shores and said, thus far and no farther shall you come. And here shall your proud waves stop. This right here is where God say, look, you can keep going, Taylor, with your waves and your wavelengths. This the last big hit you gonna have. It's written. This stuff was written before I got here. I'm just answering the questions that God asked that Job couldn't answer. I guess. I don't know, because I don't see where Job answered the question. So I guess he was talking to me. I don't know. Have you ever once commanded the morning to appear and caused the dawn to rise in the east? Have you ever told the daylight to spread to the ends of the earth and the end night's wickedness? I'm doing it now. I'm doing it based on the promises that he made. You made the promises, God, and you gonna keep your promise. That's how we doing this. And since my mind is your mind, and I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence, and you say, when I want something, I need to come to you directly, huh? And let it be known to all the world of this generation, God. You said it, now make it happen. Have you ever robbed the dawn in red? Robbed the dawn. Wait a minute. You know how they like to misspell stuff. Robed the dawn in red and disturbed the haunts of wicked men and stopped the arm praise to strike. Have I ever seen? It hadn't happened back then. Job didn't do it. And Jesus came and said, we were able to do it. Can you remember? If you know who you are, huh? If you remember who you are, because they know who you are. If you remember who you are and know that you're able to do this, then let's make it happen. Have you ever done it? Not yet, God. Huh? But I'm willing to believe that I have studied to show myself approved unto you for your approval, that I am able to rightly divide. Have you explored the springs from which the seas come, or walked on the sources of their depths? Yes. Yes. You allowed me to travel there, remember? God, I put it and I've documented it right here on a YouTube stream, huh? A spring of streams through YouTube. The night that you allowed the descendants that you created before I entered my mother's womb to take me to the depths of the sea in a dream state at a pyramid and sit around a table, and they told me to sing. Yes, I did do that. Okay, all right. Has the location of the gates of death been revealed to you? Yes. And I have on this YouTube stream that you have allowed me to show and pinpoint all of them. Yes. Okay. Do you realize the extent of the earth? Yes, I do. Tell me about it if you know. I did. Where does the light come from? Huh? The light come from within. You said it, God. I know it and I believe it. Huh? You sent your son to let me know that the light comes from here. And how do you get there? Huh? Through the sun. Yes, I got all the answers. Yes. Wait. Or tell me about the darkness. Where does it come from? Huh? From within. Huh? It comes from within. From within the womb that you created so strategically, weaved and woven. And then I entered through light. You said it. I believe it. Can you find its boundaries or go to its source? Yes, I can. But of course, you know all of this. See, this God talking now. For you were born before it was all created, and you are so very experienced. God, you talking to me like that. You make me feel so good today. God! Have you visited the treasuries of the snow or seen where hail is made and stored? I have. For I have reserved it for a time when I will need it in war. You ready, God? Huh? Are you ready? Where is the path to the distribution point of light? Now, I have the answer. Now, God asking me some questions for himself. He need me to give him the answer. And I will, once he reveals it, that I could reveal it to y'all. But since he asking me directly, he's asking me questions now that he don't have the answer to right now. Right here, according to this. Where's the path to the distribution of light? Where's the home of the east wind? Who dug the valleys for the torrents of rain? I done had all that in one of these 1,500 videos. You could go and you can look and research for yourself. I answered the questions. Who laid the path for the lightning, causing the rain to fall upon the barren deserts, so that the parched and barren ground is satisfied with water and tender grass springs up? Only you, God. Huh? Only you. Anything that happens, you allow it to happen, and you had it happening before the foundations of anything that I could even imagine or dream of, huh? It was here before I got here. Has the rain a father? Does the rain have a father? Huh? Where does the dew come from? Who is the mother of the ice and frost? See there? When your heart is frozen, they got a mama. The Ice Queen. You thought the Ice Queen was a Disneyland fairy tale. God telling you. Hey there, Latrell Tinwell, B.S. King, Greater Light, and Canna Dummy. You still with me? Huh? You thought the Ice Queen was a make-believe story. Well, I'm really pretty sure now the way Taylor Swift took that mask off of her face, she looked like a scary movie. Now you're going to say, nope, she just did that for the video. Nah, it's written all over your face. For the water changes and turns to ice and hard as rock. Can you hold back the stars? Can you restrain Orion and Pleiades? Can you ensure the proper sequence of the seasons? I got some more work to do. I got 5 months to finish up the rest that God is requiring of me. He's telling me right here what he wants me to do. Somebody said, I think it was Dr. Malachi Z. York, say Job ain't real, Job don't exist. Or somebody said it because these wasn't meant for Job. And it was a job. Today. Who is this job for? He say, look, I got stuff and questions and answers for you, and you got how many more months? Can you restrain Orion and Pleiades? Can you ensure proper sequence of the seasons or guide the constellation of the Bear with her satellites across the heaven? The bears. I told y'all when they set out this new constellation during the eclipse, they put a whole new constellation out there. Now people with their telescopes can't even tell. They looking at new constellations. And then God said, yes, satellites. God mentioned satellites all them hundreds and thousands of years ago. But you don't believe NASA's the Antichrist. No, because you don't believe in NASA, but you looking up at what they took all the current, every single currency that looked up, everybody that put their light towards the phone, their phone towards that eclipse that we were warned not to look up at in these last days. I'm willing to believe only 144,000 people didn't look up on this land. All of the currency that NASA pulled has given them enough money, even with Biden them sending 25 billion and 96 billion over there to the war as they get ready to go over there to the war with their false dollars, $1 for every 15 cents, huh? They said, we ain't broke because it's your currency, your light that has allowed us to be able to buy the real estate of the United States providences. No, you don't believe me? Go to the Federal Register. It's written. Just type in NASA. If you take the cross out of Satan, it becomes NASA. Can you ensure the proper sequence of the seasons or guide the constellation of the Bear and her satellites across the heavens? Do you know the laws of the universe and how the heavens influence the earth? Can you shout to the clouds and make it rain? You have these men in the clubs and men all over that think they can make. You got women that became the theme song for the century. Make it rain, huh? And it became filthier and filthier. You know, they can't even think of rain and beauty anymore with the rampant, sinful, lustful, demonic nature of man. When we could go out and sing to the heavens and do a dance and it would rain. And all they demonic forces and frequencies and tones through music and certain particular waves. You can't even think pure with rain anymore. We can't even collect rain anymore without the risk of being locked up. Illegal. They wanted us to be so brainwashed. They start teaching us our generations in elementary, in kindergarten. Rain, rain, go away. Can you shout to the clouds and make it rain? There was a time we could do that. Y'all don't remember? Can you make lightning appear and cause it to strike as you direct it? There was a time we could do that. You don't remember? But you got people like Broderick showing knowledge, right? Saying, look, this man could do it. See, Tesla's holding up a lightning rod. No, Tesla helped send frequencies to make you forget that you were able to do that. He said, I'm going to Florida and I'm going to hang in Florida at Coral Castle and we're going to do all our spells and frequencies. And every point that we have, where the stellars, we're going to put them to sleep, And through UK and all of our invisible schools, we're going to do all the right frequencies to make them forget. Send all the right sound waves. Which waves? It's all right now. It ain't that it's too late for you not to remember. You need to remember so you don't be left behind with them continuing research and developing on your behind. Because even Taylor Swift said, she said, we hate Florida stars. We want a new cause. Fortnite's level loss. This is where they still think they're going to win. Because that's written too. We want to continue. I hate your wife that she wants to water the flowers and give it life and light and love. Love is ruining my life. This is what Taylor Swift said. Who gives intuition and instinct? It comes from the gut. Who gives it? If you ask God for anything you ask God for, because your mind is God's mind, reflecting his divine wisdom, divine. Who is wise enough to number all the clouds? Wait a minute. Not the stars, the clouds. Do you understand that the particles of the clouds is in everything? The particle it takes on one proton to stabilize another particle, and it starts with 1, and then you add a 2, and it keeps building and building. But everything is water. Everything is the cloud. Everything. That's greater than the sands of the seas, ain't it? And even the sands within the seas can't get enough of the water of life. Thirsty, always thirsty. You thirst. Revelation, you thirst. Can you count the clouds? Somebody will go take that verse and be like, wait, I could go outside and look up at the clouds and count the clouds. 1, 2, 3, 4. That cloud looked like a bunny. That cloud looked like a frog. That cloud looked like a rabbit. That cloud looked like a dragon. That cloud looks like a rat. That cloud looks like a cotton ball. No, the clouds. But then you got man telling you, we're taking all of your information and putting it in an invisible cloud. Everything needs a cloud now to store something. Through waves, we need to store your waves of light codes. Because it ain't nothing on the screen, right? Chief introduce you up. All this that's written right here on this that I'm looking at is light. And if I save it, it is saved into a cloud somewhere. No? Oh, okay. I don't know. Who is wise enough to number all the clouds? Who can tilt the water jars of heaven when everything is dust and clods? Is a clod a cloud? Can you stop prey like a lioness and satisfy the young lion's appetite as they lie in their dens or lie in wait in the jungle? God went through all of these questions just to get down to the lions. Who provides the ravens when their young cry out to God as they try to struggle up from their nest in hunger? This concludes the ravens or the ravens. Huh? Is he talking about animals, or is he talking about blood types? Or is he talking? You don't have to answer the question. I know the answer to the question. I'm just saying, God just asked all these questions and concludes through the whirlwind, through the waves, with two creatures, the lions and the ravens. Ooh. Taylor Swift, who you think you threatening over there talking about Florida and new cars? Huh? What, do I want to cover anything else right now? I think I need to go take a break. I'm going to go get ready and get on this treadmill. I wasn't going to do it today, the treadmill, because I had issues lifting my arm. As a matter of fact, I have a whole, it's all numb. It's all numb. I wasn't feeling too hot yesterday when I was playing. No matter how I was feeling, I said, God, you provide the perfect solution to all my needs. No matter how I'm feeling, allow me to show my grand ancestors a great time. Huh? And I did just that. And when they normally stay till Sunday, my daughter provided perfect solution with to all my needs without me telling her. I didn't tell her I wasn't feeling good before she even bought them. I didn't tell her that. But I got papers and stuff I want to go through and do some more studying. Is there anything else that I need to talk about? Because the waves. Let me answer these questions that I asked Bing when I woke up from that dream. Give y'all the answers to what she gave me and why she got it. I'm talking about big bold. Got it bold. You can't see it, but bold. The rest of the screen to the bottom, she got it in. It's natural. They're her natural typing. But those questions that I asked in my dream when I woke up this morning, which brainwave manifests the law of attraction? She says the concept of law of attraction suggests that one's thoughts can influence their reality. In the context of brainwaves, it is believed that, and then she puts it in little tiny letters. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it. She puts in little tiny letters, lower frequency brain waves. Let me start over. The concept of the law of attraction suggests that one's thoughts can influence their reality, which we always were able to. In the context of brain waves, it is believed by some that the lower frequency, she writes it in little tiny letters, lower frequencies may play a part of the successful manifestation according to the law of attraction. So when they tell y'all stay highly vibrated, she's sending me codes telling me it's the lower tones or the lower frequencies. Now, you know, when you listen or know about the tone of the earth, and even though it has a high number, but that tone or that wave sounds like it's a low, like bass. Bass. And it's not a high pitch. Now we going on tones, pitch, and wavelengths. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna come back later on that physics game that I like to do and play around with the pitches and the tones that I have learned and written and memorized. High pitch can break glass. but a low frequency can tell the waves to be still. What? Wait a minute. Okay, let me go back to what she was saying. And here's a brief overview of brainwave types associated with different states of consciousness. So now we're into the phi, sigma, beta, delta, and all that extra, right? Now, according to my codes that they have been experimenting on, that they didn't realize that I would keep continuously ask them for the paperwork. 6 fingers. 6 fingers. I'm showing y'all my six fingers, 6-finger code. I'm in tone and frequency through the 12 tribes, come through alpha. Okay, but they have the delta brain waves, the theta, and the alpha brain waves. That's 3. The deltas, these are the slowest brain waves. They may be highly intellectual, but they're the slowest brain waves experienced during sleep, deep sleep, and profound meditation. They're associated with healing and rejuvenation. The theta brain waves, these occur in light sleep, deep relaxation, and visualization. They're linked to creativity, intuition, daydreaming, and emotional connection. And the alpha brain waves present during calm, relaxed, yet alert. You're on alert? Alert! Such as when practicing mindfulness or light meditation. What? They are associated with learning, concentration, and what? Peace. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. Oh, I'm gonna play that one. I gotta play that. I'm so glad I didn't play Taylor Swift. I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna play this one. I got to. And if they, by any chance, this right here, I am playing for learning. What's the disclaimer? I don't know the right word for disclaimer, but I'm playing this. And because of how I was raised, I have the right. I have the right to play James Cleveland. I don't know what's about to go down in Cleveland. But don't act surprised. You better go in and type in. Don't act surprised. But out of the alpha brain waves, calming, being alert and prepared and ready, but also mindful and light. Concentration, learning, and peacefulness. Come on, let me see. Let me see if it's gonna play. Peace, be still. Oh no, wait. It's not sharing.
To lose weight, stressing over constant monitoring, or just sick of feeling tired all the time? Then pay close attention, because a recent
Not
study
me.
out
I
of
got
a top
something to
German
do right
university
now.
suggests that high blood sugar levels may have less to do with a lack of insulin family
But
history,
even with that
or poor
numbers,
eating
I'm getting
habits
on
than
the
first thought.
treadmill. They ain't gonna
They found that
stop
the
nothing
real
else.
root cause appears to be a buildup of a sticky proteinous mucus,
Lady,
blocking the
ask
area
that.
where sugars
Yep.
should drain out.
See how they focusing on diabetes? But that's somebody else.
Master, the tempest is raging.
Yes.
Oh, the billows are tossing high. The sky is overshadowed with blackness. Oh, no shelter is nigh. Carest thou not that we perish. Oh, how can thou lie asleep? It seems like each moment so madly is threatening. Oh, a grave, a grave, a grave in the every deep. Get up, Jesus, because
The winds and the waves obey thy will. Obey thy will. Peace be still. Peace be still.
the winds and the waves, let's go, shall obey your will. And all you got to say about these, let's go. Brothers around. I'm looking for. Oh, yes, I am. Yeah.
Hey, hey. Hey. They should do a documentary. Who would be a good fit to play James Cleveland if they redid or made a movie about James Cleveland? Huh? I wonder. I'm gonna definitely come back later because I got to go over this Federal Register, some of this stuff in here, especially the one that I said on Friday. When I said I would come back and cover. Hold up, this right here. You could do it. Ooh, look, the Havana Act, Corpus Christi. Look at it. Look at it. See, they got so much juicy stuff in here that is all pointing to the kingdom is on the way. We got 5 months. You got 5 months to get it together. 5 months to spread it to all the world and this generation. Remember who you are, huh? Right here. The door deal, they talking about uninterrupted power. They gonna come with the uninterrupted, thinking that their power can't be interrupted. Getting all weaponized to try to stop the kingdom from coming through the clouds. They can't even count the clouds. Huh? Let me finish this real quick. Let me finish this. Look. All this stuff they got here. Look at this. Look at this. You're talking about, I'm coming back later. I'm coming back later. They gonna, all that money they talking about, they just sent 26 billion, 9 billion. And people over here working for pennies on a dollar. Everybody work at a fast food restaurant during these days and times and handling food with all the mess they put in food need to be making at least $50,000-$60,000 a year. They send all that money to kill up and stand against and gather and Gog and Magog. Y'all know God ain't having this. This is it. He gonna keep his promise, and everything is written in a strategic manner. It's not just supposed to be just like that. It ain't just like that. He giving the days are shortened right now. Again, for those who truly, I know Professor X, she know if she go out there, that sun ain't rising where it's supposed to rise. Everything is off whack, and time definitely is shortened. High noon is at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Everything is written the way it's supposed to go down. And he said after this eclipse, we would have 5 months to get it together. And what is it that you're supposed to be doing? Reminding people that you are the light. They light waves that they talking about and pretending. That's they plan for you when you left behind. We're going to stick some stuff in your brain and treat you like you a fungus. Treat you like you a parasite. What we going to stick on you is going to be parasitic and have you moving around to the beat of our drums. We just showing you we got the test. We got approved by FDA. And if you sign on to what we got, you will receive the chip. You're going to have to. It's written. I asked artificial intelligence when I woke up from that dream and saw the waves coming from the speaker in Naranja Elementary, directed under Nova in 1978, Nova University and the Department of Education of the United States of America. They've been watching me for so long. I said, artificial intelligence said, no, artificial intelligence does not use brain waves as humans do. I know that. I didn't ask you that. Instead, AI uses algorithms and machine learning techniques because, of course, you can't do it. You are just attempting to be the go off of the blueprint that we are. Uses algorithm and machine learning techniques to interpret human eye patterns and other psychological data. For example, AI systems can be trained to analyze electroencephalogram, which is the EEG data, which are electrical signals produced by your brain, to understand the human intentions or state of mind. They have put the EEG readings in the phones. They have put the readings, that watch, in the watches. They have the watches that can read you in your REM state. And then you have people be like, well, I turn off everything in the house now. No, honey, they have surpassed that. And that's all of that activation that they did during the eclipse. You don't have to have no equipment in your house. That's under right here, the Federal Register right here. The Havana frequency thing that they got here that I just looked at and just saw. I haven't even read it yet. I haven't even opened these. I just know it. That's what they're talking about. That's what they're doing because it's written. So it's now to the point it doesn't matter if you put aluminum foil over your head. It's about knowing and remembering how to unlock the codes in the DNA that your light connected to. Your light connected to the codes in this DNA for a particular reason. And they can't decipher the codes. They're trying everything they can through D-Wave and everything else. Only you can unlock that, to remind you that the things that they're showing that artificial intelligence is supposedly doing, that's what you were doing. We can't figure out how they lifted the stones, but they can tell you that somebody was down there in Coral Castle doing it on their own in Florida, right? But we're going to make you forget that you were doing it. We can't figure out how they were able to lift those stones. There must have been so gigantic giants. And to this day, they can't figure out how they were able to get all the stones, and all 144,000 pyramids that existed on this planet. We don't know how they did it. But now the man can take and move a ping pong with his mind across the screen. We just gonna do a placebo effect and tell you, but don't remember who you are. We gonna remind you when we put the chip in your head when you left behind. And it ain't a real chip. It's just something that's gonna be parasitic. It's a parasite and gonna have you around like puppets. So what else she said? She said, recent advancements have seen AI being able to translate thoughts into text by decoding brain waves without the need for implants. If they already been doing that, they already been doing it. When I'm reading the phone at night, because I'm so lit up now, I can see it tracking It looked like a blur, but I could see artificial intelligence tracking as I read. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Huh? Recent advancements have seen AI being able to translate thoughts into text by decoding brain waves without the need for the implants that Elon Musk is telling you. It's not about those fake plants that he's putting in. It's about him saying everything that you see that has an X mark on it, the X marks the spot. When the time comes, if you side on Gog and Magog and allow what Biden has said, we are buying Americans, we're going to have to mark you. And I've got approved by FDA to go ahead and put a mark on you that says you are my property. Him and NASA. And if NASA is the one that owns all the real estate, which they just did, they were able to, with all of the currency that went up on April 8th, to come out loud and clear in the Federal Register and say, yep, we're buying Americans the real estate. The real estate is not the land, it is the people. And they have showed us that we can harness their energy just by telling them to look. No? Okay. Recent advancements have seen AI being able to translate thoughts into text by decoding brain waves without the need of implants, using snug-fitting cap that records EEG data. And when I tell you that I have been in research and development, they have had that cap on me several times. I'm not the only one. I'm just telling you. This technology known as D-Wave, you thinking all the time they've been telling you D-Wave is them big black boxes out there. And I said it back then, before I lost that whole YouTube that got compromised. I said, no, D-Wave is not this big boxes, central processing unit, what you call it. It's not that. It's not. But here, she's saying it right here, loud as day. She said the EEG data and data of them being able to read your brain waves from the phones and the frequencies that they're sending up with they did send up with Starlink and everything else. That is the D-Wave. That's the wave. She said this technology known as D-Wave has been tested to decode silent reading into text with certain level of accuracy. That's why I got all my books pulled out. I tend now to read the books that I have more than reading the information here only when it's needed, when I choose to give it the information and allow it to upload the information into the government that think they running something here, where I let them know you don't run nothing. God is going to keep his promise. It's meant for me to do that, upload that part of the information there. But when I want to read and keep my thoughts within these pages, I go pull out. Let me pull out my weights. Huh? Dr. Inky pulling out all the books he done wrote, right? You wait for it. So again, this technology is known as D-Wave, and it has been tested to decode silent reading into text with certain level of accuracy. Similarly, AI has been using this or used to reconstruct speech using fMRI scan data, translating brain activity into a continuous stream of text. It doesn't say translating your words into a continuous stream, streaming like a river. It doesn't say continuous or translating your typing. It's translating your brain activity into a continuous stream. And everybody's brain activity that was connected to their phones that went up into that system during that so-called transition of era in time was only about seeing how much currency would be able to pay their bill to purchase the United States, the real estate. You are the real estate. Look at all that rain coming down now. You know what happened? They said it was going to rain yesterday. You know what I did? I said, I don't want no rain. I wasn't feeling like rain yesterday because I wasn't feeling good. But I wanted to get and pass beyond the not feeling good and show my grands a good time. Artificial intelligence systems designed to interpret human brain activity do not synchronize with brain waves in the same way. We read that. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop on that, and I'm going to read these last scriptures, and then I'm going to come back later. I'm going to read these last scriptures, and I'm going to come back later. Psalm 42:7. Psalm 42:7 says, deep calls to deep at the sound of your waterfalls. All your breakers and your waves have rolled over me. They done tried to break all your breakers, huh? They tried too hard, couldn't break me. This verse poetically describes the overwhelming power of God's waves and their impact on the songstress. Psalms 89:9 says, you rule the swelling of the sea. When its waves rise, you still them. And Job 38:11, it says, and I said, thus far you shall come, but not farther. And here shall your proud waves stop right here, right now, huh? Isaiah 51:15, look at that, 51:15. I like that. 51:15 says, for I am the Lord your God who stirs up the sea and its waves roar like a lion. The Lord of hosts is his name. Turn it up, God, huh? You control the waves and the sea. The waves and the sea. Greater light. I'm closing out. My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom, the vine, not divine. Wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm, knowing that God will. He has always supplied the perfect solution to every single one of my needs. And for anybody, if you would like to, can you help me, huh? I posted a picture of the sun seal, the 1,000 seal on my son's live birth certificate, right? I'm going to go ahead and count, but I want to make sure I don't count them wrong. I want to count every single ray that they got on that 1,000 seal at that thumbnail, huh? That's why I posted that one today. That's what I'm about to do in a minute. Go there and I'm going to count. I'm going to make sure I count. How many rays on that 1,000 seal? Huh? Oh, you thought It's always been about the sun. Always been about the sun. Greater light, greater light. King Ellis. Oh, King Ellis ain't here. That's just a habit. King Ellis, greater light, wherever thou art. Be as king, greater light. Latrell Tinwell, good to see ya. Huh? Canna dummy, as always. Greater light. Here we go. Let's close it on out.
No pledge, no college. God, you promised that great day will come. Yes, God, you promised that I will see my son. You promised that he is by your side. And not
Fallen himself who is being created, to a true knowledge according to the image of the one who created him. The people who walk darkness will see a great light. Those who live in a dark land, the light will shine on them.
God's promise, 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 promise. God's promise, 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 promise. God's mind is my mind is light. I'm in always reflecting his light. Always I acknowledge, no ledge, no courage. Ooh, God, you promised that great day will come. Yes, God, you promised that I will.